Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I really, I was in my apartment, and um, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little, I just had a little cocky. For the girls who don't know what a cocky is, it's a cocktail. Shout out to Marisol. That's where I got that from. Marisol she's from Real Housewives of Miami. Um, she calls cocktails cockies. So I was in the house sipping on the little Casamigos Blanco, okay, straight, okay, no chaser, and I decided to come up to the rooftop and sit in the car and just look over the city, and I cannot wait till I get me a high rise. Ooh, the day is coming. Like I want to be like on the 40th floor. Okay, okay, girl. I can do 30. I really want to be up there with Larsa. They said Larsa sold her I think she put her either it's sold anyways, I think she's selling her condo in Miami. Larsa was on well, I think she was on the penthouse level. Let me wait till this helicopter or whatever. I think it's a helicopter passes by. Yeah, that's a helicopter. Um she put her condo up for sale. I believe so. Anyway, she had a private elevator and all that good stuff. That's what I'm talking about, girl. I know that's right. Okay. Anyways, I was sipping on a cocky and just online, and I wanted to just talk about this is gonna be a random video. All these thoughts started popping in my head. I want to tap tap tap. Okay, I want to tap 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 on Real Housewives of Potomac just for a second. I don't think I addressed this in my video. I can't remember, but if I did, I'm addressing it again. So I tweeted this out last night. I like to tweet stuff out now. I was basically talking about Dr. Wendy and Lebe. Is her name Lebe? I think it's Lebe. Lebe, Nneka, and Ivy. Anyways, so this is what I tweeted out. No, I tweeted this out today. Sorry. I find it strange that when Levy finally made an appearance, there was no conversation shown of them talking about Miss Sharon calling her. That would have been the perfect time to give us a thorough explanation of what supposedly went down. So remember the scene when Nneka had a scene at her home, and Levy and I think a friend, another woman came, friend, cousin, friend, family, I don't know. Another sister friend came over, and Nneka had them sit in her closet. I don't know what that scene was about. Anyways, and this was the first time. Now, mind you, up until this point, Levy has been a big part of the conversation. It makes me sick to my stomach, honestly, just for the simple fact that we did spend so much time on this woman who has never been mic'd up, never been on the show, never signed a contract. If we heard that lady do an interview today, we would not know who she was based off of her voice. And there were so many people online believing what this woman had to say due to their hatred for Dr. Wendy. I just thought it was absolutely just asinine that there were so many people willing to believe someone who they don't even know. Girl, I just thought that was strange. Um, and so I felt like because we spent so much time having a conversation about Levy and what she told Nneka and what Nneka is telling the group and telling Wendy that boom, here come the infamous Levy. Levy about to tell us what happened. What you said, girl? What you said happened, girl? Levy gets in front of the camera. She finally gets mic'd up. Done signed the consent forms, right? They done told her girl be at the scene at 3 o'clock. And then we don't get nothing. Okay, I'm a little confused. So we've spent all this time speaking about Lebby and what Miss Sharon said to her on the phone. We've spent countless just time on the internet going back and forth with each other. And now this woman is in front of our face and she can let us know everything that happened from A to Z. And we don't even get a conversation that's shown. Now, whether or not the conversation happened, I don't know. But I do know they didn't show a conversation. Y'all don't think that's weird? Y'all don't think it's weird that we spent that much time on Lebby up until that point, and now Lebby is finally in front of our faces, and this has been one of the storylines for the season, as whack as it is. And now it's time to let the girls and boys know this is what happened, and they don't show us nothing. Yeah. Then you got Nneka this past week crying, right? I don't think Nneka really thought about the ramifications of her coming onto a reality show and voicing what she said. I think that Nneka, and it's no shade, a lot of the girls are, right? I understand. Don't get it twisted. I completely 1000% understand why someone would want to be on the Real Housewives of anything. And for me, when I think of the creme of the creme de la creme, okay? When I think of the girls of reality TV, I think of the Real Housewives first. So I understand why the girls who want to be on reality TV, why they would want to be on the Real Housewives. But I think that Nneka was so thirsty to be on the show that she was willing to do anything and say anything to finally secure that spot. And now Wendy, really in real life, girl, don't want to fool with you because you really done got on TV as a Nigerian woman calling this woman a witch based off of, let's just call a thing, based off of hearsay. Because Lebe told you, you went and ran with it. When the fact of the matter is, a lot of us, including myself, when it comes to that situation, I feel like a lot of us are on some, this is what I think happened. Like, I don't know if Miss Sharon really got on that phone and cussed out Lebby and Nneka. I think that's what she did. Okay? Right? I think that Miss Sharon did call Lebby. She already admitted to it. But even before she said that, this has nothing to do with if I like Wendy or not. Because if you've been watching my reviews, you would know that as soon as Nneka said that Lebby said Miss Sharon called her, I said, girl, Nneka ain't lying. I said that, what, episode 1, episode 2, whenever Nneka started talking about it, I said, Nneka ain't lying. And I remember saying, Nneka ain't lying. And the reason why I don't think Nneka is lying is because we saw Miss Sharon wrapping Mia up on social media. So if she'll wrap Mia up on social media, I can see her calling girl the ex, best friend, giving her a little piece too. So it never crossed my mind that, well, it's a possibility, yes, that it could have been a lie. But I didn't think that Nneka was lying about what Lebe told her. I just thought it was the truth. Um, but now you have Nneka, who really is, like Wendy stated on Sunday night's episode, that girl, you're just repeating hearsay. And that's a fact. You are repeating hearsay. You didn't hear this with your own ears. You're repeating this because Lebe told you this. The person who's no longer friends with my sister, who could really be saying some of anything just to get back at my sister. Oh, Married to Medicine, girl. Some girl, so I was talking about Married to Medicine, and we were talking about Dr. Alicia and Toya. Toya was low key. She wasn't rapping. She wasn't rapping Dr. Alicia up, but girl, Toya was saying some. I feel like Toya was saying some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I give Toya the blues. I think I want to say this too. Girl, we just talking. I want to say this too, and I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I think some of you think that if I don't go up for a person, that means that I must hate them. No, I I'll use Karen as an example. I never went up for Karen like that. I never disliked Karen either, but I didn't go up for Karen like that. I thought that Karen was entertaining. I thought that she was a good housewife. I thought that Karen was a liar. She gonna lie at the drop of at the drop of a dime. But I also knew that when Karen lies don't affect anybody. Like she not out here lying like Nneka, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Not possibly. Nneka lying about Miss Sharon being a witch and all that stuff. But her lies are lies that don't affect nobody. So that's why it's like I never really too much got caught up into Karen and her lies because again, when Karen lied, she's just lying about like Ray being a billionaire. Ray is a black Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't really doing nothing to nobody in that. Well, besides trying to get Candace fired, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Um, but I never just went up for Karen either. I didn't start going up for Karen until I saw Karen at BravoCon. And I saw Karen in action. And not because she was just wrapping up. Now she was definitely ripping Robin's wig off and wrapping her up at BravoCon. But it was just kind of like I was almost in lack of a better word, in awe to see. Because you know how you see the girls on TV and you don't know if they really like that in real life. You don't know if they quick with it like that. When I saw Karen, and I know Robin is easy because Robin don't really read, so it's not really hard to get Robin together. I've also been very vocal about Karen being. I feel like she kind of no, I won't say picks, but she kind of picks on Robin because Robin is an easy target. Robin ain't no reader, so it ain't hard to kind of get Robin together. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I started going up for Karen. I actually started following Karen on Instagram the other day because I actually do kind of go up for Karen now. Like I'm low key just a stand for Karen. Okay. But there's this thing where I feel some of you think that if I don't go up for someone, then I must dislike them. Like I don't have an issue with Toya. I just don't think Toya is that great of a reality star. I just don't. I think that Toya has made it this far because Toya gives the people something to talk about. But she's always been the butt of the jokes. But I don't think that Toya is this outstanding reality star at all. Anyways, I don't know why people think I can get on here and say I don't like Portia, I don't like Phaedra. Girl, I didn't like Melody at one point. She all right. I don't like Michael. I don't like Curtis. Girl, I don't know why y'all think I can get on here and say, girl, and these are some of y'all faves. Girl, Phaedra and Portia are America's favorite housewives at one point. If I can get on here and say that I don't like Phaedra and I don't like Portia, why in the fuck y'all think I can't get on here and say I don't like Toya? Who the fuck is Toya? Like, I just snorted. Like, I just think that's so weird when I hear people say, "Oh, so you don't like Nicki Minaj?" Girl, I never said I don't have no issue with Nicki Minaj. I think Nicki is weird for marrying that man. Girl, but I don't have no issue with Nicki Minaj. I think Nicki Minaj always sides with people who have SA attached to their names. Girl, that's just the truth. Oh, so you don't like Candy Burris. Girl, I don't have no issue with Candy. I think Candy is all right. I actually used to follow Candy on Instagram. I think Candy is cool. When I feel like Candy needs to be called out, I call out Candy. I'm not one of those girls who I could call out you today and then call out you and then love you tomorrow, right? Like I can say Karen. I ain't gonna use Karen because I already used Karen as an example. I can sit here and say that Candy is this amazing businesswoman, but then girl, tomorrow we start talking about Portia and Phaedra and Candy, and I say Candy loses me with this whole forgiving Portia, but not forgiving Phaedra. And she look like a fool to me. Anyways, um, what was I talking about? Oh, Toya, Dr. Alicia. Dr. Alicia low key, because some of y'all told me, and I'm kind of with it. I'm kind of with it, okay? Some of y'all told me that y'all think that, and I don't even think about this. And usually I'm quick on my feet and I know what the girls be doing. But sometimes I have my off days. But shout out to the cousins who was in the confessional. Now I hope that Dr. Alicia's husband don't see this video because we don't want to put our girl business out there. You never know who's watching the videos. But girl, some of the cousins said that they think that Dr. Alicia stashed that money, girl, for a rainy day. And I said, oh, that do make sense, right? Because when you think about it, I didn't go back and rewatch the episode. When you think about it, from what I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, when they brought up Dr. Alicia spending the $150,000 and not having an explanation of where the money went, she didn't even at that point try and provide an explanation. She pretty much just kind of said that, oh, he's great with finances. And she left it at that. Basically, right? So when y'all started getting in the comments talking about, now Dr. Alicia stashed that money away. And then one of you said that basically y'all think that after the whole crypto stuff happened, bad investments or didn't pull out the money when she told him to pull out the money, she saw that he was bad with the money, or she didn't trust him with the money, and that's when she probably started to stash a little money here and there because she saw that he wasn't good with money nor taking her advice when she felt like he should consider it, right? I said, oh, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Because Miss Thing didn't try to explain nothing. She just sat there. I hope she did because, and the thing is, $150,000 is a lot of money, depending on who you're talking about. Like somebody like Heather Dubrow, who just sold her house. But girl, I can't. Somebody like Anthony and Dr. Nicole from Miami, who just sold their home for almost $50 million. I'm not saying they wouldn't. I would catch it, but I could see how they probably could miss or didn't notice $150,000 out of one of their accounts. You know what I'm saying? Girl, that you got, you probably got X amount. Girl, you got so much, so I can see. But someone like Dr. Alicia and her husband, I cannot remember his name, while they may be doing decent, I don't see them having millions of dollars in the bank to the point, so I could see how if $150,000 came up missing and they probably only have two or a few saved up, then of course that's going to be noticeable. Now, I don't know if she pulls it out at one time or if it was over a matter of time, over a year or two or whatever, but you'll still take notice that that money is absent. Um, Dr. Alicia was taking out $20 here and $20. No, girl, we was gonna no, we taking $20. No, Dr. Alicia was taking out, girl, 2,000 here, 10,000 here, girl. $1,500 here, girl. $1,300 here, $500 here, girl. 6,000 here, 8,000 here, right, girl. Cause this nigga got me fucked up. Girl, he ain't about to have me in a poor house with these kids. I know that's right. Shout out to Dr. Alicia. I'm not even mad at it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, girl. Because one thing I have noticed, shout out to all the boys and girls in love. But girl, one thing I have noticed, y'all be in love today, and girl, tomorrow it be mad day, and y'all be ready to chop each other necks off. Ooh, girl, it be a mess out here in these streets, girl. It be enemy number one, honey. Child, I was shout out to Make It Make Sense. I was on his well, I wasn't on his panel, but I was listening. I had went to Chipotle. Ooh, girl, it was so good. I didn't want to go. I really told myself to go to Salada and get me a wrap. But girl, the car kept driving straight. I was supposed to make a right, but it kept driving straight. And I was like, "Girl, you were supposed to turn right." But my hands wouldn't turn the steering wheel right. It kept driving straight, and when I kept driving straight, my foot went down hard on the gas. So I just went on and went to Chipotle. I just did what the car told. I just did what the car. The car took me to Chipotle, so that's where we went. Okay. But I should have went to Salada and got me a wrap. But you know, I was salated out a few weeks ago. I almost started shaking. I was so tired of eating salads and wrap. Well, not salads, but wraps. Anyways, but I was talking about Monique, honey. It was a cute. I was in and out of the live, but it was a real cute panel discussion. Yeah, I really ain't got. I don't know, child. That's why I really haven't talked about it because for this is just for me. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I can only talk about stuff probably 2 or 3 times, and then I'll be drained. Even if it's a hot topic, like I still now I can talk about it. Even though I was done talking about it, but now I can talk about it. I can't talk about stuff like days at a time. Um, so I saw the clip. Basically, what I'm trying to get to is I saw the clip of Monique on stage. Girl, it's a mess. It's just a mess all around. Um, I do believe now. I want to give a shout out to the lady on Make It Make Sense panel. I think she was a therapist. I don't know what she was, but I loved hearing her speak because I felt like not girl. I ain't gonna say I agree with everything she said. I hate when we have to say that. But I felt like I just felt like a lot of stuff. I was like, oh, I could see. I just think it's good to hear other people speak because you don't it could open up your thoughts to a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Um but somebody said something. It wasn't her. I don't think it was. It was somebody. I don't know. It was like 10 people on the panel. But somebody said something about like him having mental health issues. It probably was her. I don't know. And it made me think about it from that point of view. Like with her son having mental health this okay. Girl, let's just talk. Okay. I don't want to say that Monique is an ain't shit mama. Even though I'm thinking Monique is an ain't shit mama, I don't want to say it. But I might as well because I just told y'all I was thinking it. Hey! Okay. Um, because and I think Make It Make Sense said this. Something along the lines of even if Monique gave her son all that she could give her son, right? Then why would someone think that if he's watching her give her other children something that she couldn't give him in a way, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember his exact words, but in a way, like, why do we think that should give her a pass in a way to say, oh, well, she did the best. She was the best mother she could be to you. That's still not going to change the fact that when he looks at her being a mother to his other brothers or sisters or whoever, I don't know how many kids she got, that he's not going to feel a type of way or feel triggered, right? That's one thing. The next thing is, and I'm going to be all over the place with my thoughts. The next thing is, being that Shalon does have mental health issues, I agree with the person on the panel that you can't treat him, even at his big ass age, you can't treat him like you would treat your other kids, being that he has something that you have to take in consideration, which is his mental health, right? That's another thing. The thing that I want to add too, now this is going to be me, okay? I feel bad. Listen to me. I know some of y'all about to get mad at what I'm about to say. I feel bad for Monique and for Shalon to a certain degree. I feel bad for Monique to a certain degree because I also have to take into consideration that Monique is someone who did not have protection as a child. And she grew up also not having protection. And this person who violated her, her family members pretty much rallied around him, right? We can use when they went on the Oprah Winfrey show. Like, how dare you know that this person did this to me and you still choose to stand beside them, right? So Monique, up until she was whatever age, up until even a grown woman, has been violated one way or another. And so then here comes Sydney swooping into the picture. And because Monique, in my head, has never been or felt that she was protected, especially by a man, because we're going to call a thing a thing. They tell y'all that a man's purpose in life is to protect and provide. So Monique has probably never felt that someone was going to provide, protect her, right? So now here comes Sydney, and it appears to her that he's doing all of these things that Monique never, ever, ever, ever received in life. And so now it looks like this damsel in distress and this king, this, on this horse coming to her rescue. And so now it's literally my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. And then when you hear Monique talk, when she says stuff like, he's raising me. Girl, you're stuck. You might be pushing 60, but mentally, girl, you still stuck at 15. And I think she's pretty much said that. When Monique, I started to clock out of the Monique and Sydney situation when I heard Monique say, he breaks me down and then builds me up. I said, oh, bitch. Girl, I said, oh, baby. Girl, I said, oh, girl. I said, oh, girl. Not he, no. Girl, not he, girl, not he, girl, not he breaks you down to build you up. I said, oh, girl. So it's sad in that aspect, but then you also have to take into consideration that Monique is pushing damn near 60. I am of the belief, I'm not no therapist, I'm not no doctor, ain't none of that, no life coach, no nothing. I'm of the belief that a lot of us have been through things when we were younger, some worse than others. Even though it's not our fault of what was put on our shoulders, it becomes your responsibility to heal from whatever trauma you've been through once you reach a certain age. We can't be walking around here, and I'm gonna use a trivial example. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Marlo is a hot ass mess. Marlo wants to still walk around here at her big ass age at 50, using the fact that she went through things as a kid. Okay, I get what you're trying to say. You went through stuff as a child, and that's so unfair. But at some point, you pushing 50, you can't keep saying, "Oh, this is what happened to me," because you'll still get your ass whooped at 50, childhood trauma and all. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I ain't too far removed from reality to know that even though we get to a certain age, we shouldn't be fighting. That don't mean that somebody will monkey stomp your ass at 50, 60, or 70. Okay, so we have to get to a point where we have to heal. I don't know what Monique has said about her son. I don't know. I don't keep up with Monique interviews like that. The people say that she's been saying things about her son. For me, what I heard in the Shannon Sharp interview, it wasn't that deep to me. Now, it was deep to him clearly. Okay, so my feelings of it not being that deep doesn't even matter. Okay, but just my opinion. Okay, it wasn't that deep to me for him to respond. She didn't say nothing in that Shannon Sharp. She literally just said, "We're separated. I'm praying to the universe," and he said, "You're not." The truth of the matter is, you really don't know what the fuck she's doing, Shalon. You could be upset. You can think that she's not praying to the universe, but you really don't know that to be factual. You just feel that she's not, but you don't know. Okay? Um, I think that Shalon is going to have to get to a point where either he's going to say, "This is my mother and this is who she is," or either he going to have to say, "Yeah, fuck you." Maybe he's at that point and I don't know. Monique can only give him what Monique is capable of giving him. And from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like a lot. Now, what she's able to give those other kids, I don't know. But what it looks like she can give Shalon is not what he wants. But that's all he gonna get. So either he gonna have to accept, this is what my mama can give me, and I'm okay with it, or either he gonna say, yeah, I'm not okay with accepting that, and I don't have to deal with it. I love you. Good luck. And then make sure that he's in a place where he can raise his kid or kids so that he doesn't repeat the same things that probably happened to him when he was a child. I think Sydney is a part of the problem. I do. I do. I think Sydney is a part of the problem. I think it's so unfair, and I said this in my live. I think it's so unfair that even if Sydney has known that boy his entire life, because Sydney and Monique have been friends since the 10th grade. And he was calling Sydney Uncle Sid. Where they started to confuse the kids, whether he was a teenager or 8 or 15 or 16, is when y'all decided to cross that line of brother and sister and enter into a romantic relationship. So now, because you have some type of respect for this black man, we're going to call a thing, you feel as though Shalon wanted to call you dad is disrespectful to his father, not taking into account how he probably feels. Now, I think it was Mims who said this on his live. If you have everybody else in the house calling you daddy, including your wife, then why would you think the other child would not want to call you father too? And on top of that, he's been knowing you his entire life. Now the titles are just now changing. But because your loyalty is more to the father than it is to him, you don't want him to call you daddy because you think it's disrespectful to his biological father. When in reality, we don't even know if he even fucks with his biological father. But that's all you concerned about. When if y'all were concerned about titles and not confusing the kids, y'all should have stayed brother and sister like y'all said y'all were. Or Monique said that was her brother. So the whole situation is messy. It's not Shalon's fault at all. However, Shalon is 33 years old, right? And he's going to have to figure out whether or not, even if his mother continues to get on the stage and make jokes about him, either he's going to have to figure out, okay, this is just the type of bitch she is, and it's going to be what it's going to be, or either he's going to come out with a TikTok every time she gets on stage. I think it is messed up that Monique did something to him and he was not ready to mend the relationship. And Sydney pretty much said this in my live, not in my live, but I played the clip in my live. Basically, he waited. It sounded like Sydney was saying once Shalon was ready to, I guess, work on the relationship with Monique. Monique had other things going on, which is still basically her doing what she did to him when he was a child, showing neglect and putting other things before him. Sydney needs to back off. Like if Sydney wants to have it both ways. In one breath, Sydney wants to play the role of an uncle. That's the role that he's playing, right? But then on the other breath, I guess because he feels the need to stand beside and protect Monique, that he feels, I guess, he's protecting Monique from her son. But the truth of the matter is, you're just the uncle. You're the uncle daddy, as I called him. Okay. And if you don't want to step into that role as a father to Shalon, then you just need to shut up and let Monique and Shalon work on their relationship. But he's so busy trying to play this role of protector and provider and Monique doesn't even realize that he's drawing a bigger wedge between them. And I can almost guarantee you, if Sydney was not in the picture, there's a possibility that while Monique and Shalon may not, girl, be mother and mother and son of the year, they would probably be on speaking terms. And they probably could go out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? I also didn't like, I said this, how Shalon tried to act like he wasn't throwing shade. We know, we call Sydney, we're like, oh, that's her daddy, right? He was saying stuff like that. But then he gets back online and says, oh, I'm paraphrasing, like, I wasn't even talking to you. Girl, you were trying to be funny. We gonna call a thing, right? And now you're low key upset or bothered or feel as though you don't understand why he's saying something now. Well, you did call his name. Okay. We're not gonna sit here and play this game like you didn't, because you did. Um, but yeah, the whole situation is just a mess. It's just a mess. I hope that Monique can eventually get it together. She's probably not, because she's so far gone when it comes to Sydney. Girl, she thinks Sydney walks on water, honey. And I hope that Shalon can get to a point where either he's going to realize that this is just who she is, but I think he needs to realize that he has options. I think a lot of people don't realize, I think a lot of people think that because someone birthed them, right, or someone um, um, was a part of the process, okay, of them being here, mother or father, surrogate, whatever, that means that they have to have some type of relationship with them. You don't have to have a relationship with nobody you don't want to. Mama, daddy, grandfather, grandmother, sister, brother, nieces, nephews, cousins. If it does not, if it's not a beneficial relationship, if it's not a relationship that serves you, If it's not a relationship that puts you in a happy space, a happy place, you don't have to deal with that person. You don't. I know it's easier said than done when we're talking about mothers and fathers. Don't get it twisted. I understand it. But I also have come to terms with, this is just for me, I don't have to deal with nobody I don't want to deal with. And that's just on that, and that's on period. You're my family, not because I had a choice. I don't have a choice in the matter of who my family is. I do, my dear, have a choice in whether or not I will allow you in my space or not. And I suggest you practice the same. You don't have to, if you feel as though I don't like when Rodney comes around, he's negative, I don't like his energy, whatever, you don't have to be around me. That's your choice. You need to do what's best for you. Because I'm damn sure going to do what's best for me. I think we all, not all, but I think some people, they have these ideas in their head about relationships, um, relationships with their parents. And again, I know it's easier said than done. And you want this fairy tale. You want this Disney story, right? And some of us don't have those parents that are a good character in the story that we want to play out. And we sometimes hold on to, this is what I want, this is what I want, instead of accepting, this is not what I'm going to get. Because the characters involved in this story, in my story, are not the characters that they told me. Okay? I thought that my mama was going to be this. I thought my daddy was going to be this. I thought my grandfather was going to be this. I thought my grandmama was going to be this. I thought my brother was going to be this. I thought my sister was going to be this. And it's nothing like that. But because you have so many people out here in the world saying, oh, that's just your mama. You only get one mama. You only get one daddy. You only get one sister. You only get one, you know what I'm saying? Then people feel this pressure to stay in these toxic ass relationships. Instead of just saying, you know what? I love you, but this is not going to work. But I love me more. That's the thing that they don't want you to say. I don't have a relationship with my father. Last time I went and saw my father when I was a child, I think I was probably like around 10. And then, baby, I'm not crying. Girl, I was just, that's my nose. Okay. Anyways, at all. Okay. I want nobody thinking, oh, girl, he over there crying. Girl, no, she not. Okay. Um, but that was the last time I went and stayed with him. And then I think the last time I actually saw him in person was probably around 2002, 3. Yeah. And I remember times where like my mother would run into him in my hometown and she would be like, oh, your daddy asked about you. He asked for your number. Oh, girl, why you give him my number? I don't remember him ever using the number. Or even sometimes she would be like, I ran into your daddy. I gave him your number. Girl, why? Why? Girl, I used to low key get mad at my mama because I used to feel like she was a part of like why are you playing this game with this man? One, you're not listening to me. I've told you that I don't desire to have a relationship with him. So if I'm telling you that I don't desire to have a relationship with him, then why is it when you bump into him, you feel the need to give him my telephone number after I've told you I don't desire to have a relationship with that man? It's not like I can't miss something I never had. And I think that's probably why it's also easier for me to not crave this relationship with my biological father because quiet as it's kept, there was never really one there. You know what I'm saying? And now, at my big ass age, Like, I don't. Even if my father came knocking on my door tomorrow, I'll be like, girl, hey, girl, like, what you want? Like, girl, I've lived half of my life. Girl, there's no need for us to start trying to play this father and son type of role. It's not. I don't need to see you when you dying. You don't get to try and make amends with me because you fucked up with me as a father. No. It never bothered me that, because I think for me too, this is just for me. Even though I did not have a father in my life, and even though my father, from what I understand, has two other kids and they live with him, grew up with him, he was married to their mother. I think because when it came to my family, we had a crazy family like a lot of people. I didn't feel, sometimes I did because of me being gay. Okay? But I didn't feel a lack of love. Like, I knew my grandmother loved me. I knew my mama loved me. I knew my aunts loved me. You see what I'm saying? So because I felt like I had so much love in my life, me not having a father, that never bothered me. And it's so crazy that when, oh girl, that's another Amber Alert. That's the same Amber Alert that's been going out all day. It's a kid missing in Galveston, Texas. But yeah, it never really bothered me. I think it probably could have been an issue if I had a relationship with my father and then he walked out of my life. But being that girl, I was so young when I would go see him like during the summer. And the last time I went to really stay with him was like around 10. And it never really bothered me because I didn't even go see him every summer. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a relationship there. So I have to acknowledge that too. That I know for me, it may not be the same. And I'm not trying to compare my situation to Shalon's or yours or anybody else's, but I also acknowledge that, girl, me not having a relationship with my father is completely different from Shalon's. Now I am going to bring him back into the story with him being around his mother and not feeling that love. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. My mama was not perfect at all. But I always knew at the end of the day, my mother loved me. Um, and so it never really, I was never one of those kids who felt like, oh, my father isn't around. Why doesn't my father want me? Why doesn't my father want to be a part of my life? Why isn't my father, that devil, that never ever was my story. That was never my story. Never my story. Mm-mm. Like, even to this day, like, I don't hate my father. I don't know, like, you're like, I just, I don't feel any type of way. If I saw him tomorrow, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't start crying. I would just be like, hey, girl, hey, girl, like, I know what you want this. And God would keep it, I would keep it pushing, girl. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I'm a little strange when it comes to certain things too. Baby, listen to this. When I tell you I saw the picture, I'm gonna put the link to the article in the description box so y'all can see. It's a trigger warning, okay? Before y'all click on it. It doesn't get too graphic because it's TMZ. But Memphis mom busted for child neglect. Pics of daughter waxing adults. So a woman in Memphis was reportedly arrested after allegedly having her young daughter wax the vaginas of adult women, something she appears to have posted online. 30-year-old Jasmine Moss was booked last week on child neglect charges after cops say they received complaints about her posting graphic images on social media that allegedly depicted her 5-year-old daughter working at her waxing business. Screen grabs of posts that Moss allegedly threw up her business account at Jasmine the Miracle quickly started to circulate last week, and they caused quite a stir. And two different photos, you see a little girl standing in front of what appears to be two different women with their pants, underwear off. and their legs spread wide open. One picture, which is incredibly graphic, shows the girl wearing gloves and applying wax to the lady's crotch area. The purported posts have captions that seem to reflect she's proud of her little girl, saying, "When I say I'm passing down deed and LLCs to my creations, I mean that." You never know who watching your videos or listening to your videos. Jasmine, you listen to this, you's a trifling bitch. Girl, you could pass down all the D's and LLCs without having your 5-year-old daughter in between a grown ass woman legs. And quiet as it's kept, we're gonna be honest about it. Every nasty bitch that was in that goddamn shop, letting that girl crawl between y'all legs, I got questions for y'all nasty asses too. If we just gonna go ahead and put it out there. I got questions for the mama and I got questions for the clients. Because I'm trying to figure out what grown ass woman was okay with opening up her legs and letting a 5-year-old work on her vagina. If they are indeed authentic, it's stunning because the mom appears to say she had the kid do this for a total of 24 different clients starting at 7:25 a.m. and had her going for 8 hours. Girl, you breaking child labor laws. It sounds like on some girl. Let me shut up. I don't want to get my video taken down. Y'all know where I'm going with this. It sounds like child labor laws, and it also sounds like other stuff. Girl, you can have. Girl, I'm not mad at no generational wealth. I'm not mad at it. But you haven't. You being able to pass down deeds and LLCs. What they got to do with your 5-year-old daughter waking up at 6 something going to work? Girl, first of all, that even sound crazy. Second of all, the simple fact that girl, you acting like you acting like you had your 5-year-old daughter with you at work at the hair salon, and she's sweeping up hair. Girl, CC, I want you to bring CC to the shop at 3 because her daddy got to go to work. I'm gonna have her come up here and sweep up some of this hair. That's what you do, girl. Like, if she did that, I could say, "Oh, okay, girl. She had the beauty salon, but she ain't really doing nothing. She just up there because, girl, she ain't got no babysitter, so Cece just sitting in the back. But sometimes she'll tell Cece to come out and sweep up some of that hair." Girl, my friend texted me. Anyways, but yeah, it's just trifling. That is so trifling. Girl, I need every woman who went up there and let that little girl work on them. They need to be at the police station. Right along with the mama. Right along with the mama. Do y'all know that is absolutely disgusting? And I'm trying not to say the words. Because girl, they don't play. But girl, that's literally in my head. It starts with a P. Philadelphia. But it ain't Philadelphia, okay? Hello? Girl, I kind of wanted to go to Philadelphia, girl. I know some of y'all don't fly Spirit. Girl, I fly whoever got the cheapest ticket. Girl, I kind of wanted to go to Philadelphia because, girl, I saw a ticket for Spirit, girl. It was only $42. The only thing is, um, I would have to leave on Saturday, and I wouldn't get there till 7. And because I've never been to Philadelphia before, I feel like I need to be getting there like right. I don't want to get. I feel like And then with Spirit, I'm not gonna lie, I really haven't had any bad experiences with Spirit. However, I do know sometimes, girl, they will push a flight back. Okay, and in my head, I'm thinking, girl, I play that game with Spirit and supposed to leave, and I'm supposed to get there at 7. I don't get there till girl 11 o'clock at night, and girl, my whole day is gone because it's my first day. Because it's my first time in Philly, I want to get there at least by 2, because check-in usually be 3 or 4. So then at least I got a few hours before it get dark to walk around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, girl, I saw a ticket. Girl, the matter of fact, round trip, it was like 80 something dollars. But of course, you got to pay for your bags and all that stuff if you want to bring bags. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna check and see because I kind of want to go because the flight's so cheap and the hotel's not expensive either at all. So that's cute. I kind of want to go to Chicago. Oh, can I tell y'all some of my business? I'm gonna tell y'all some of my business. So it was this black guy who I was talking to in Chicago. We met online. We met on Jack, and we exchanged numbers, but we never hooked up though. When I tell you that thing is fine, girl. Well, I ain't gonna say he, girl. Okay, sometimes I be thinking I'm 20. I ain't 20, girl. Um, he in his late 40s. I was about to say he an older guy. I mean, he older than me, but girl, the way I was about to say it was like, girl, like he 20 years, 30 years older than me. Um. Anyways, we lost contact, and I don't have his number no more. And I really want to find his number because if I do go to Chicago, girl, I really want to sleep with him. Girl, I'm telling you, the thing is fine. Girl, he like my skin color. He probably like 5'11". He probably weigh like 170, but he got body though. Girl, I'm talking about 6-pack, workout. He had a big ass tattoo on his back, humongous. Ooh, girl. Oh, girl, I need to get in contact with him. I wonder where he at. I wonder where he at. I need to find him because I think it's fine boots. And girl, girl, this is gonna sound so trifling, tired, late, and through. Do you know how like do you have like a list of people that you want to sleep with before you die? Girl, like that's the person. That's one of the people that I want to sleep with before I die. Girl, I need to sleep with that because I think it's fine as hell. Ooh, but I do kind of want to go to Chicago because it's not as cold as it was. It ain't. I don't think it's negative nothing right now. And the hotel rooms are cheap in Chicago too. But see, this is the thing. The hotel rooms are cheap, but them flights is like $400. Now that's where they started. I saw hotels for like $50. I saw like the A loft. I think the A loft was like 60. That's cheap as hell for a hotel room, especially like the A loft. I think it was an A loft. I saw one for like $60. I was like, oh, this is cute. I can go there for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no three. I ain't got no $400. Ooh, girl. I ain't got no $400 spending on no plane ticket, girl. Girl, what your mama used to say, girl, money do not grow on trees. Or like my grandmother used to say, shout out to my grandmother. Like my grandmother say, y'all think I shit money. I remember, girl, I got a little smart mouth. I used to always say, I wish you did. I'll be in the bathroom with you. Girl, she used to get so pissed off. Sometimes she would giggle though. Y'all act like I shit money. I used to always ask her for money. Nanny, you got $5? Girl, now mind you, it's like 35. It's like 35 grandchildren. So you know, if you get one $5, you got to give up everybody else $5. But I was like, Nanny, you got $5? I don't have no money. Go get my purse, Chi. You know my nickname is Chi Chi. Some of y'all didn't know that, but my nickname is Chi Chi. Then you got $10. Then you got $3. Then you got $5. I don't have any money, Chi. Go in there and get my purse. Hey, yes, got her. Okay, got her. Yes. Don't ask me for nothing else. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Be back the next weekend. Nanny. What, Chi? You got $3? I don't have any money. I just gave you $5. Ugh. Go get my purse. Don't ask me for nothing else. Okay. Girl. Yes, ma'am. I was gonna get my $3. Whatever I needed, girl. She was gonna give it to me though. Okay, she was gonna fuss and cuss. Girl, wasn't nobody worried about her, girl. She was gonna fuss and cuss in the process. Girl, she was gonna give me my $3. Girl, that's all I cared about. I don't care what you got to say, just give my $3, girl, so I can go. I'm trying to go to the store and get me some candy and some chips. Girl, quiet as it's kept, girl, all you really needed was $1. Hello. You know, back in the day, back in the day, you could get a bag of chips, girl, a lit baby cake, and a canned soda for $1.08. All you needed was $1.08. $1.08. You could get a lit baby cake, a 25 cents bag of chips, and a soda for $1. The soda would be 50 cents. The lit baby cake would be 25 cents, and the chips used to be 25 cents. And with tax, it would be $1.08. Or $1.07. I can't remember. But all you needed was $1.10. You could get you a snack. Okay. Girl, I think the little 25 cents bag of chips now like 75 cents. And little Debbie's are not 25 cents no more, girl. You'll do better just buying a box nowadays. Okay. Girl, the boxes run you what about $3 now? Remember back in the day, little Debbie's, a box of little Debbie cakes would be like $1.25, $1.50. It was cheaper just to buy a box, but if all you had was $1, you can't get no box. And then if you had $1, all you really wanted, and if you wanted like a soda, so you get your little cake, a little Debbie cake, some chips, and a soda for $1.08. Yeah, them was the days. Those were the days. You don't know me no more. Okay, shout out to Aaliyah. That was my girl, honey. I remember when Aaliyah passed away. Oh, girl, when I thought I was devastated, it was devastation for the nation, honey. I didn't know what was going on, baby. But I used to be in love with Aaliyah, girl. Aaliyah couldn't do no wrong in my book, girl. And when Miss Thing upped and died, I said, oh my goodness. I used to go to sleep. I used to have a headphone set, a CD player. I used to go to sleep with my CD player laying on my chest and listening to her album. And I would go to sleep just listening to her album. I used to love me some Aaliyah, girl. Oh, I used to love me some Aaliyah. Her album was one of the best albums of all time. It really is. It really, really is. The album was ahead of its time. It really, really was. It really, really was. I want some ice cream, but I really don't need it. I've been doing okay. I kind of fell off the wagon. I did. I don't know what happened. It lasted for like a week. I was eating like a Cinnabon. I was literally driving to the mall eating like a Cinnabon every day. It was a mess. I was so disgusted in myself. So I done cut back on a lot of stuff. It's so crazy because the hardest thing for me to cut back on is food. Alcohol not that hard. Even though, girl, that's my vice. Girl, I can drink with the best of them, honey. But it's never hard for me to stop drinking. It's hard for me to stop eating. That's my problem, okay? But yeah, I really don't drink that much no more. Um, yeah. But I do drink. Like I had a cocktail tonight, but for the most part, I don't drink like that no more. Um, because girl, I can't lose weight. You know, when I drink, girl, I be want to eat, and I'm already gonna eat anyways. And when I say eat, I'm talking about eating stuff that I ain't got no business eating. Like I'm not gonna go in there and fix me a salad. I'm gonna wanna get in the car and go get me a burger and some fries. Hello, right? I'm gonna want to order me a 10-piece wing from Wingstop. Hello, that's what I mean. When I eat bad food. I don't eat good food. And then when you start to add the alcohol into it, it just becomes a disaster. But I do have a taste for some ice cream and cookies, and I really don't need it. I'm about to go back into my apartment and eat me some fruit. That's what I told myself. Last time I think I told y'all I was going to the store and getting me some ice cream and cookies. I didn't. I changed my mind. I did good that night. I was proud of myself. I was like, "Ooh, girl, you did it. Girl, you made it through the night. Ooh, you made it through the night, bitch." Let me tell y'all something. It is so many fine ass dudes that live in my apartment. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. And the thing is, I don't ever see them online. I be so mad. I be wanting to see the girls on Jacked and Grindr and shit. I saw a couple of them, a couple of the white boys I done seen over here. But I ain't worried about them white boys. Not the ones I seen. Now it's this one fine ass white boy that live in my building. Bitch. Girl. It's actually two of them that live in my building. Fine as hell. And it was this mixed boy. I think he moved. He had a white girlfriend. Ugh. I just said not like that. But girl, the reason why I said okay, let me explain. The reason why I said is because she wasn't even that cute. Ain't that how it's always like that? I think he was mixed. I hate to say it, but you know how sometimes you can look at somebody and know they mixed. Like I could tell his mama was white and his daddy was black. Anyways, girl, the thing was fine as hell. Now that thing was fine, like fine, fine, fine. And when I saw him walking with his white girlfriend one day, I was like, girl, I was almost disgusted. I said, ugh. He was fine, but I don't see him anymore either. So I don't know. I think he probably moved. Um, and then it's a couple that lives across from me. I don't know where they at. I barely see them now. I used to always see them. I don't really see them a lot anymore. It's his one black guy. He live he don't live in my building. But um he fine as hell. He be out walking his dog sometimes. I'd be like, God damn. It's another black dude who live in my building. He got a lot of people over here got dogs. I'm like one of the few that don't have a dog. Like everybody has a dog. Because he was out walking his dog yesterday with some hoochie daddy shorts on. I think he gay. Not because of the hoochie daddy shorts. I just got gay from him. But he was out walking his dog with a hoodie on and some hoochie daddy shorts and a hat. Goddamn, I wrecked the car looking at that nigga. I said, that nigga fine as hell. That dog was ugly though. Girl, I said, yo, I want to say, girl, your dog is so ugly. Girl, the dog was ugly as hell. Um, but he was fine. I don't ever see him online either. I be wanting to see the girls. I be wanting to see the girls online. Maybe they online and they just ain't showing their face. I don't know. I don't know, child. But it ain't like I'm gonna hook up with them, girl. I don't be having sex like that. Mm-mm. I like that, like that. And I told y'all, girl. I never told y'all this, girl. You know, okay, I didn't tell y'all the full story. So remember the guy, the older guy who I was talking to, girl. He got mad at me. He don't talk to me no more, girl. So you know we didn't get into it. He got into it because I stopped responding. Remember I told y'all the story. I was in Galveston. He hit me up. I ain't going over the story again. Some of y'all know. I'm gonna tell it quickly. I was in Galveston one time. Galveston is like, girl, it's not that far from Houston. Girl, it's like, girl, where I live, it's like a 45-minute drive. So, anyways, I just kind of wanted to get out of Houston. It's a cute place to go if you just want to like get out of Houston. They got a beach, of course. You can walk up and down the beach. They got a rest. Girl, it's a cute little. It's Galveston. So, anyways, I was like, I'm going out of town. So I went to Galveston for the day, and he had hit me up, and I already know what our relationship is about. And I was like, I'm out of town, blah blah blah. So he asked me that I have a friend. Girl, what? Ain't that hoish? And I was like, girl, I didn't think nothing of it, child. I was just like, no. I was like, but even if I did, And then he was like, what? I was like, nothing. And then he was like on some, that's what's wrong with, he black. Girl, that's what's wrong with, and he older. Girl, when I met him, girl, this is gonna sound so trifling. Girl, he older than my mama, y'all. Girl. And I think he older than my mama's boyfriend. Hello? My mama ain't even 60. Okay? When I met him, he was 57. And how I know is because I didn't think he was 57 because I thought he looks good as fuck for his age. I thought that he was probably late 40s. Okay? But he was like, no, I'm 57. I was like, you lying. He was like, no. And he showed me his ID and I was like, oh, okay. So I know now he has to be every bit of like damn near 65. Okay? At least between 63 and 65. Um, so anyways, he sent me back this message. Matter of fact, I think I was about to go live. I was about to go live and talk to y'all and be messy. And I'll make a video or something. And so I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Okay? I'm not supposed to be arguing on nigga. Girl. So anyways, he hit me back and was like, that's what's wrong with black men now. We can never express our feelings. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know how we got from you texting me telling you I'm out of town, I'll be back tomorrow, to now. Now this is all happening rarely quickly, the conversation. To now you want to get into this whole thing of black men not expressing their feelings. Girl, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I said something, and then I forgot. I deleted the thread. And then he said something back, and it pissed me off. And I was about to respond, and then I just didn't respond. I was like, girl, I'm not doing this because like I'm not about to argue. Like, well, yes, we do talk. Don't get it twisted. Like he knew about my grandmother when she passed away. So we have conversations, but we don't. Girl, we're not like, girl, I'm not about to argue with no nigga. Like, girl, why am I arguing with this nigga? Like, girl, like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not about to go back and forth with you through no text message. Girl, it's not even that deep. Nigga, that's not even that's not even our relationship. Like, I'm not gonna do it. And for you to just get this worked up over some bullshit, like, girl, what is wrong? But I also clocked a long time ago, he's real sensitive too. Like he real sensitive. I think, and I'm not gonna lie. At one point, he did start liking me. He might try to deny it, but he did start liking me. He wanted to date me. And no. So, anyways, so that was pretty much the end of that. And then he texted me like a few weeks later and was like, "Hey, Rodney, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Are you upset at me? No, girl." And he was like, he brought up, of course, and I was like, baby, it's not that. He brought up the conversation. I was like, baby, it's not that deep. Girl, we good. Um, and then for Christmas, okay. So I will say this was kind of fucked up on my part. Okay. He texts me before Christmas and he texts me, I think, okay, either he texts me twice. He texts me either Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'll just say he texts me the week of Christmas. And the week of Christmas, he texts me a couple of times. But I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I never told y'all this, but bitch, I was going through it. This was gonna be my first Christmas without my grandmother. So bitch, I was really going through it. And then Christmas Day, girl, it was just a hot ass mess. Like, bitch, girl, it was just a mess. So I was going through it. Like I was doing my videos with y'all. I wasn't on here cutting up and hollering and screaming and crying. But bitch, once I press in, bitch, a bitch was going through it. So he did text me and I didn't respond. Okay? I didn't. Girl, I would look at my phone like, girl, fuck that nigga. Girl, I wasn't worried about no goddamn nigga, girl. I'm over here thinking about my grandmama, okay? My nanny. So, anyways, I text him back probably like, girl, it was probably like 2 weeks later, girl. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Girl, it was a long time. Like a week or two later. It was a long time. And girl, he didn't respond. And I was like, oh, girl, he probably mad. Because I know he probably mad. And then I was like, I'm gonna let it go. And then I text him again like a week or two later. And girl, he didn't respond. So I say, God damn. Ah, girl, I was so depressed because I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, girl. He was someone who was orally talented, okay? And he loved to give fellatio. He loved it. And not to put y'all in my bedroom because what I do in the bedroom ain't none of y'all business. But I also am someone who loves to receive, you know, fellatio. And so we were a match made in heaven. He loves to give, I love to receive, and he's very good at what he does. Okay, he's actually great at what he does. I keep telling y'all, young hoes, stop getting with these young. You got to get you a old hoe because they've been fucking since they was 15 and 16. So they know exactly what to do. Okay, good. Let me tell you something. This is for gay, straight, non-binary. I don't give a damn what you identify as. Get you an old hoe. Get you somebody who's 50 and up, 45 and up. Okay, bitch, 40 and up. Get you somebody get you somebody 35 and up. Okay? But if you can have sex with somebody who about 50 and up, bitch, you hit the jackpot. Okay? Because they know how to have sex. And I know how to have sex, okay? Anyway. But yeah, girl, I'm not gonna lie, girl. I was like, oh girl, he done with me. So girl, he has not responded to me, girl, at all. So I think he really, really done with me. So I deleted his number. I literally deleted his number out of my phone. Because I knew if I didn't, I'm not gonna lie. Because I started thinking about the head one day. I said, "Whoa!" And I was like, girl, I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna be no thirsty bitch. Girl, you're not gonna have me over here feeding and shaking and girl rocking back and forth because girl, I know what that mouth do. So I had to delete his number. And he ain't girl, I'm like, girl, could I be honest with y'all, girl? Girl, I was going through my phone. Girl, it was last night. I'm gonna be honest. It was last night. I think it was last night. Girl, when I was going through my phone, searching, hoping to praying to God, that girl, I didn't delete that last text thread. And girl, I did. I even went through my phone because I remember one time he called me and I didn't pick up. Girl, I'm not talking on the phone. Girl, I don't talk on the phone with you. Girl, I know that sounds so mean. Um, but he had called me one time and I didn't pick up, and I was praying to God I could go through my missed calls and see his number. But I don't even remember his number by heart. So even if I saw it, but now with these iPhones, girl, names pop up. So yeah, girl, that's what it is. So I don't lost my little Houston throat, girl. So I ain't got nobody. Damn, he was always my go-to, girl. So it is what it is, but girl, it is what it is, girl. And then I told y'all, and that's another thing too, girl. My now this guy was white. He actually moved away. He was my sex buddy. Girl, he had a girlfriend. But I know some of y'all just call me trifling. Girl, the gag is, girl, his girlfriend knew that he was gay. Well, knew that he was bisexual. So it wasn't none of that. I know y'all don't believe it, but there are women out there who are in relationships with bisexual men and they also have open relationships. Mm-hmm. Girl, I don't do the messing with people in relationships, girl. That you'll get shot. I done did. That's why I done did my fair share of trifling shit back in the day. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. When I was, especially when I was in my 20s, I did some trifling shit. But see, the difference between me and like the girls like Portia, bitch, even though I was trifling, I had a little bit of integrity, girl. I wasn't fucking my coworker's man. If I fucked somebody who was married, girl, because I was young, okay. If I fucked somebody who was married, you best believe, girl, I didn't know the girl. I didn't know the nigga. I wasn't up in these niggas' faces. I wasn't up in these niggas' houses and then turning around skipping out with their husband. You know what I'm saying? Girl. Like that's what I'm saying, girl. Y'all don't have no line that y'all don't cross. Girl, it's already bad enough. You out here sleeping with people who are in relationships, marriage, whatever. But girl, you also gonna sleep with your coworker's husband? That's a whole nother level of gutter snipe that I just can't even rock with. And I used to do some trifling shit back in my day. But bitch, I also knew where to draw the line too. Okay? Now, yes, I should have drew the line at husband. Yeah, but I ain't gonna fuck that. But now, girl, I can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's also another one of those things where it's like, shout out to all y'all who side chicks and still fucking people's husbands. Girl, shout out to y'all, girl. Y'all better stop that, girl, because the girls is running over people with cars now. Again, they pulling out pieces and shooting you in your head. But it's also one of those things that as you get older, you start to realize, like, girl, I can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I can't be trifling like that. Like, I just can't. And so I choose to not be trifling. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to be trifling, dilating through at my big ass age. It's one of those things where I do believe that when you're younger, people usually give you a pass for being trifling, being dumb. You know, they just chalk it up to, oh, they're just young. But girl, you don't get those same passes when you start to get 30 and 35 and 40. At that point, people they will start to hold you accountable for gutter snipe shit. Because at this point, you ain't 25, you ain't 21. This ain't just, oh, you just don't know no better. You know better. Girl, you know damn well you have no business walking to your coworker house, girl, fucking her husband. Girl, you know what I'm saying? I bet y'all like, girl, he gonna wear Portia out. I am. And Simon, girl, some of y'all felt like I was too hard on Portia in the video. I didn't think I said nothing that was just upright disrespectful. Hell, I sat there and read a whole article on Simon. What y'all talking about? Anyways, child, I'm gone. I've been running my mouth for too long. All right, y'all. I'm about to go into this house. I really want some ice cream, but I'm not gonna go. Is somebody texting me? Oh, let's see. Let me see. Somebody messaged me on Grindr. Let's see. Oh, girl. Nobody. Not interested. Mute. Blocked. Girl, not interested at all. Some of y'all too nasty for me. Girl, I was talking to this one guy. Not talking. Girl, we was having sex. Girl, I was having sex with this guy. He was Mexican. This was some years ago. I think this was a few years ago. This is before I moved over here. No, this was some years ago. Like years. You know, at one point I didn't have sex. I didn't have sex for like a year. But anyways, girl, he got his ass done. I knew he got it. He never told me, but I knew he did, of course. Girl, he hit me up the other day. Girl, I think he got his ass done again. I wanted to tell him, baby, your thighs and that ass is not matching. You barely, you wasn't even making it when you got the first BBL. You look a fool. That's what I wanted to tell him. Why did you go get some more ass? Girl, and where did the ass come from? Girl, because you ain't got no fat nowhere. So now you got all this ass. Your thighs ain't that big. And it just look a fool. I was so disgusted. I almost went over and still fucked anyways, just like a nigga. Don't I sound like a nigga sometimes? I be sounding just like a nigga. Yeah, okay? Sometimes some nigga ways still be in me. Okay? I almost went over, but I just got disgusted. I was like, girl, you doing too much. Girl, why you got all this ass? I wish I could show y'all, but I'm not that type of girl. I definitely don't kiss and tell. Now I tell some stories, but y'all are gonna never know who I'm fucking with. I could be sitting right beside and let girl, it's been times. I remember this one guy who I used to have sex with. Nobody never knew we was having sex. We would be out at the parties together, clubbing together, and then go home and fuck. And then nobody never know that we was having sex. Cause I'm one of the people where I just feel like it's none of your business. Now your business is my business, the celebrities. But girl, my business ain't yours. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, girl, this man got all this ass now, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand why he went and got all that ass. Girl, he was sending me pictures, and I'm looking like, girl, he got some more ass. I'm like, girl, he really got another BBL. That's why I ain't seen your ass in forever. Cause you been over there healing, nigga. Well, he Mexican. Um, but yeah, I just don't understand it. It's just a lot of ass, y'all. It's just a lot of ass. You know who it kind of reminded me of? Remember when Chloe got pregnant and she used, I don't know if y'all remember this. Remember when Chloe got pregnant and she was like big, as she should because she's pregnant. But her ass was so big that I don't know if y'all remember, she used to cover up her ass when she would be spotted out with like, she would be wearing like cardigans and stuff. Because that ass was so big and her legs were not big. Her legs were, it was too much ass for them legs. Right? And I feel like that's how he looked. Because he's tall. And first of all, I really don't have sex with tall people. It's too much work, girl. But he's like 6'2". My limit is like 6'6", 6'1". I mean, don't get it twisted, girl. Now, if you fine and you 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 7 feet, then girl, I might have to do a little stretching, and we can make it do what it do. But anyways, so yeah, girl, he like 6'2", and that's just too much ass. It's just too much. And I really honestly don't get why he did that. I really want to ask him, why did you do that? It was so unnecessary. But it just goes to show that what we see in the mirror is not what we see on people is not what they see when they look in the mirror. Because clearly he's not happy with his body if he went back for another round. But like I said, even the first BBL, it was too much. But it was like, okay, girl, whatever. But it was still too much, but it was kind of like whatever. But this time it's like, okay, girl, now you just doing too much. That's just you look a fool. Like he really looks a fool. Anyways, if you get work, just get good work. I'm not opposed to we all grown, do what you want to do. Y'all know I'm trying to get my I'm trying to get me as soon as I get my stuff together, aka money. Okay. Um, I'm going to get me a little lipo. I already found my doctor. The only thing is, I wanted a doctor in Houston, and I found one, but then I was like, I changed my mind. Now I found a doctor, and um, he's not in Houston, but he does good work, and he does good work on men. That's why I'm I need to see how you work on men. Cause contrary to popular belief, I am a whole man. I do not want my body shaped like no woman. Hello. Um. So if I see doctors who only have like one or two male patients, I need to see some. I need to see some niggas on the table. Okay. And I was like, okay. Of course, we know women get more plastic surgery than men, but I still need to see more than one or two people. And so I found someone, and I'm gonna do. Of course, I need to do some more research. Okay. Um, but so far, I need to find out. I need to see I think you can find out if they've been sued and all that stuff. Girl, if he done killed somebody, hello. That's what I'm trying to find out. Girl, has anybody croaked on a table, honey? But yeah, I found someone who I like. I'm gonna keep looking, of course. But girl, I gotta get my weight down, and I gotta get my BMI down. Girl, so quiet as it's kept. That's why I'm really trying to lose weight. I mean, you could go. You know, some of the people I hear, girl, they slicing bitches open with BMIs of 49 and 57 and 79. I ain't gonna call on nobody. I don't want to call on no company names, but I seen a couple of the girls who weigh 417 pounds and BMI 119, and they still getting plastic surgery. When they say you're supposed to be, your BMI is supposed to be, I think, under 35. I think it's supposed to be under 35. And all I'm saying is, if the people say your BMI is supposed to be under 35, they saying that for a reason. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, we can still do it if your BMI is 43. What they say it's supposed to be under 35, sir. Yeah, I know, but we could still do it. That's all right. Because one thing I'm not about to do is croak on the table. Girl, if I'm trying to get girls snatched and girl I die on the table, y'all know I'm going to be so pissed off. I'm going to be pissed. Can you imagine me, girl, trying to be snatched and be fine? Trying to have a flat stomach and fuck around and die? All because, girl, I couldn't get my BMI under control and the doctor did the surgery anyways. I need to do my part. So if the doctor say we need you to do this, and this, girl, that's what I'm going to have to do. I did my part. Now I need you to make sure you do your part. And when it's time to bring me back up, bitch, bring me back up. Okay? So yeah. I want a little lipo. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, I can't wait. Y'all don't even understand. Oh, I can't wait. That's another thing too. That's why I'm trying to get all my bills paid off. All my credit card bills paid off. Because when I have to pay this, I just want that to be my only focus. I don't want to have to worry about paying that credit card and then another credit card and then you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to get all my credit card. My credit card bills really ain't that high. But I'm trying to get them all taken care of even before I, get my little surge whenever that happens because, I just ain't trying. My goal, one of my goals in life is to have the least amount of bills as possible. That's one of my goals. I refuse. I know a lot of y'all. I know a lot of people say it, but I refuse to be one of those people who, just like, oh, girl, I got bills, I got bills, I got bills. Like, girl, I do not want to live my life that way. I do not want to go through life always talking about bills. And you can't even really enjoy your money because it's bills, 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 bills. Girl, and it's so crazy because I feel like for some of us, we were taught that. Like, as long as your bills are paid, you good. No, I want to pay my bills, but I also want to have a little change left over. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, at least give me a little change, left over from my check where I could skip to Atlanta. Girl, I ain't even trying to go. Girl, I ain't even trying to go nowhere internationally, girl. I can't even skip. I don't do all that flying stuff. Flying make my nerves bad. I be thinking I'm gonna die in the air. I can barely make it to DC. I could barely make it to Miami. I barely made it to Atlanta the other day. Atlanta, it was okay, but yeah, I can't do the whole flying. But anyways, girl, I just want to look change left over so I can get up the street and around the corner. And you can't even do that because, girl, everybody keep talking about bills, 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 bills. And it's like, girl, I do not want that. I do not want that to be my life. I refuse to go through life and just always satisfied with the fact that my bills are paid off, but girl, you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Hell no. So my goal is to have the least amount of bills as possible, okay? And the most money I can in my account. Hello? I ain't giving these hoes my goddamn money. And I used to always feel like that was me. It's like, I mean, girl, I ain't never had no money, but girl, I just feel like even like if my bills were paid, I was okay. Even if I only had like a couple $100 left from my checking, I mean, from my check, I was okay because at least my bills were paid. Like, no. Fuck that. Fuck them bills. Pay your bills. But I'm just saying, I don't want a lot of them. Okay. Anyways, girl, my phone about to die, so I guess that's my cue to get my black ass up off of here. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.